So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Ready? 19-18.
In motion right goes Sutton. Territory. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. Cisco there on the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Captain.
Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's good. But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have the Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct? I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Ready. Captain. Chill. Olay.
Nix to the air. Here's a diving catch right side. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Bombers. Hold on a sec. Ready.
On play action, here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays. Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson looking to throw this. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trey McBride, 77 yards. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here is the kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. Here's Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Something sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser.
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Wide open receiver complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
The Jets had 6 and 9 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 5.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
18 Cardinal, 19 Lions. 18 Pioneers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Richardson working from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
If that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Again, it's Harvey.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
13 yards.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the Jets' 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims.
34 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Shifts by him.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. There he goes, right side.
Jonathan Taylor.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
21 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Throwing Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go play action with Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Yeah, the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
To throw, here's Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Broncos 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Nix.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
17, Jets 14.
Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Heck of a move.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. Open man is Jalen Naylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 7.
19 Tiger. Ready?
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's McBride. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
79 Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Nix to the air. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brandon Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Richardson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got to give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on second down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up the first down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
He's still on his feet. He may go. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 72 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead here this third quarter. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and he never, I guess, stopped so soundly during the series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Nix from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Second and 11.
Captain. Ready.
To throw is Nix. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready. My knees. Bombers. Chill. Olay.
Waddle, the motion man right. Here's Nix. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lead lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air with Nix. Look at the big man rumble. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Harvey. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Captain. The 1-yard line.
On my set. Ready. Ready. Behind.
McLaughlin looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Juke. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Richardson. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ready? 3rd and 8. Yep. Richardson working from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a goal. You and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Open man is Naylor. He's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Liking 18.
From the shotgun, Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now a carry for Allen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Okay, break. Here we go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Now 2nd and 4. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jets put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's 1st down. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Bombers. Ready.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the... And let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go. They'll go for it. Here's Nix finding Sutton.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
So bring yourself over here, girl. And let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor. But if you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
Go!
Here's Richardson. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Look at the big fella go.
And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Piniero's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.